Hi again, Clay County, Lydia McEvoy, your elected collector, and I wanted to spend a couple minutes today answering one of the most frequently asked questions that we face across our counter, especially when people just got their bill, and it's bigger than they expected. Where does your money go? What is done with it? And this is kind of a hierarchy. It's not exactly, except the fact that schools is at the top is no accident. My office collects and distributes about $400 million, and about $100 million of that alone, I believe, goes to North Kansas City School District. So a good chunk of your bill, a good quarter of your bill, generally speaking, or more, possibly far more, goes to the schools. Other things that are on your bill, hospitals, depending if you live in a hospital district. I know Liberty Hospital has a district, but you have to live in that taxing jurisdiction to have that. That's not countywide. Senior services is countywide, and I think they're at about 5 cents per $100 of assessed valuation. They obviously provide all kinds of very necessary services to the senior citizens in Clay County. If you live in a fire or ambulance district, and this is not generally going to be closer into the city limits, it might be in the more rural areas where they have a separate levy to fund fire and ambulance services, you might see that on your bill. Mental health services is countywide, and I think they're at 10 cents per $100 of assessed valuation. The Developmental Disabilities Resource Board, I think, is around 11 to 12 cents per $100 of assessed valuation. And I want to put something out there right now. When I took office, one version of our tax bill lists the developmental disabilities tax as a handicap tax, and I am sorry for that because I know that that word is offensive to the developmental disabilities resource community. We are in the process of getting new software, and we will have to totally get new software to change that, because if we change the name of the levy now, we will lose all historical payment data. But we're working on it. I've heard you, and I understand that that's serious. There's 11 to 12 cents per $100 of assessed valuation goes there. And then the state, and I forget what their rate is, maybe 4 or 5 cents, your county levy. And in Clay County, we have one line item called county services, and under county services are several separate levies. And that's usually passed in September of each year. There's a ordinance that you can find on the Clay County website if you want to see exactly where that goes. I believe the parks do not have a levy right now. Some of it is road and bridge. Some of it's the county general operating levy. But those are kind of bundled into one line item that says county services. If you ever want to know more detail on that, we can show you where that goes. And then starting my first year in office, actually, a few cities were on your bill, and now all cities in Clay County are billed through your county bill. You used to get 4 bills. You would get a real estate from your city, a real estate from your county, personal property from your city, personal property from your county. Now you get 2, and if your bills are paid through your mortgage company, you only get 1. If your real estate is paid through your mortgage company, you only get the personal property. So anytime you want a further explanation of where any of this goes, I will do the best I can to answer that. There's one other thing I just thought of, actually. There's a line item that you'll see on a commercial real estate bill. It's called surtax. It's $1.59 on $100 of assessed valuation. It replaces an old tax that was called a merchants and manufacturers tax in the 80s. If you don't have a commercial real estate bill, don't worry about it. If you do have a commercial real estate bill and you're concerned about it, you can contact our office and we can give you more details. But it's only on commercial real estate bills, and it replaces that old tax. So if you ever have any questions, please feel free to call me. I enjoy and feel like it's my responsibility and duty to try to explain this to taxpayers as much as possible, and I'm happy to do it. Thanks.